Now we will discuss about the second experiment that is performed by Avery, MacLeod and McCarty. 15 years later, the performance of experiment that is by transformation experiment by Griffith, and Griffith concluded that the transforming principle is nothing but transforming principle is contained in the cell extract, and the nature of which was unknown, that is, it is DNA, protein, or other components. The experiment performed by Avery, MacLeod and McCarty. In this experiment, which occurred 15 years later, the transforming principle experiment or transformation experiment, in which a partially purified transforming principle from the cell extract was used and demonstrated that it was DNA. The evidences that are provided by the 4 procedures that DNA is being further discussed. In this experiment, the workers or Avery, MacLeod, McCarty identified the DNA as transforming principle, in which workers modified the known scheme of isolating DNA and prepared samples of DNA from smooth cultures of bacteria of pneumonia. They added these DNA to a live rough cultures of bacteria. After a period of time, they replaced the sample of smooth culture containing rough bacterial cultures on the agar surface and allowed it to grow to form colonies. Some of the colonies that grew were smooth type. To show that this was a permanent genetic change, is dispersed many of these newly formed smooth colonies and placed them on second agar plate. The resulting colonies were again smooth colonies or smooth type. If an rough colony arising from the original mixture was dispersed on then only rough bacteria or R bacteria grew in the subsequent generation. Hence, the rough colonies retained the rough character or R character, whereas the transformed S colonies bred true as S or smooth colonies, because S and R or smooth and rough colonies differed only by a polysaccharide coat around each smooth bacterium. The ability of purified polysaccharide to transform was also tested, but no transformation was observed. Since this procedure for isolating DNA, then in use produced the DNA containing many impurities, it was necessary to provide evidences that the transformation was actually caused by DNA alone. The evidences was provided by following procedures, that are chemical analysis of samples containing the transforming principle showed that the major component was a deoxyribose containing nucleic acid, that is DNA. Second procedure is physical measurement showed that the sample contained a highly viscous substance having the properties of DNA. And the third point is experiments demonstrated that transforming activity is not lost by reactions with either purified proteolytic enzyme trypsin or chymotrypsin or mixture of both, and ribonuclease, an enzyme that depolymerizes RNA, does not have effect on the transforming activity. Thus, the active principle was neither protein nor RNA. And fourth procedure is treatment of material known to contain DNA, that is the transforming material, was inactivated by depolymerizing activity of DNase enzyme and inactivated the transformation principle or transforming principle. This was the Avery MacLeod McCarty experiment, which was performed, in which they have used rough colonies, type 2 rough colonies, which showed on nutrient agar plate or on agar plate rough colonies of pneumonia. The rough colonies, the DNA extract of type 3 pneumococci, smooth heat-filled colonies showed no colonies on nutrient agar plate. But when type 2 rough colonies and DNA extract of smooth heat-filled colonies and serum precipitate of rough colonies were mixture, it showed that when grown on nutrient agar plate, it showed that the smooth colonies appeared. When type 2 rough colonies, heat-killed extract of smooth colonies and serum precipitate of rough colony was mixture with RNAs, it also showed smooth colonies appearing on the plate. When the pneumococci type 2 cells were mixed with DNA extract of rough smooth colonies and mixture of serum precipitate of rough colonies with DNase enzymes, no colonies appeared. It showed that the DNA was not transforming, hence smooth colonies or no colonies were appearing. When type 2 colonies were mixed with heat-killed colonies, proteases enzyme and serum precipitate of rough colonies, it showed that there is appearance of smooth colonies on nutrient agar plate. Hence, it was somehow concluded by Avery McCarty that DNA may be the transforming principle. In the drawing conclusions from their experiment, Avery McCarty avoided stating explicitly that DNA was the genetic material and concluded that at the end of their work only that nucleic acids have biological specificity, the chemical basis of which is not undetermined, is yet to be undetermined, is yet undetermined. The problem they faced in persuading the scientific community to accept their conclusion was that whatever the genetic material was, it had to be a substance capable of enormous variation in order to contain the information carried by the huge number of genes. At the time, the DNA was considered to be a tetranucleotide, and this notation certainly seemed incompatible with any strong contention that DNA should be considered the sole component of genetic material. Furthermore, the consensus that was that genes were made of chromosomal protein, an idea that in the course of 40 years period had no logical evidence, logically evolved from the recognition that protein composition and structure varied greatly between organisms. For this reason, the transformation experiment had little initial impact, and those people who supported the genes protein theory posed the following two alternative explanations for the result. The first one is that the transforming principle might not be DNA, but rather one of the protein invariably contaminating the DNA sample. This somehow has been nullified by the purifications in further experiments. DNA somehow affected, the second explanation is that DNA somehow affected capsule formation directly by acting in the metabolic pathway for biosynthesis of the polysaccharide and permanently altering this path. The first point should have already been discounted by the original work because the experiment showed insensitivity to proteolytic enzymes and sensitivity to DNA. However, since the DNA was not a pure enzyme, the possibility could not be eliminated conclusively. The transformation experiment was repeated 5 years later by Rollin Hotchkiss with the DNA. The transformation experiment was repeated 5 years later by Rollin Hotchkiss with DNA samples whose protein content was only 0.02%, and it was found that this extensive purification did not reduce the transforming activity. This result supported the view of Avery, MacLeod, and McCarthy, but still did not prove it. The second alternative, however, was cleanly eliminated, also by Hotchkiss, in which, with an experiment in which he transformed the penicillin sensitive bacterial strain to penicillin resistant. Since penicillin resistance is totally distinct from the rough and smooth characters of the bacterial capsule, this showed that the transforming ability of DNA was not limited to capsule synthesis. Interestingly enough, most biologists still remained unconvinced that DNA was genetic material, and it was not until Chargaff in 1950, Irwin Chargaff in 1950, showed that wide variety of chemical structures of DNA were possible, thus allowing biological specificity. That this idea was thoroughly accepted later.